Best of Health, presented by Clarion Health, Methodist, IU, and Riley Hospitals.
This week, Dr. Linda DeMeglio will be answering questions concerning diabetes in children, starting with, how common is diabetes in children?
Diabetes is very common in children. About 4 in 1,000 children will develop diabetes before the age of 18.
At what age can children develop diabetes?
Children can develop diabetes at basically any age. We see children at Riley as young as newborns that develop diabetes, and people can develop diabetes all the way up into adulthood. Type 2 diabetes was formerly felt to be a disorder which is mostly of adults, but now we see more and more teenagers and even younger children who are developing type 2 diabetes.
What is the difference between type 1 and type 2 diabetes?
Type 1 diabetes is a disorder where the body is not able to make enough insulin. This happens because the body has what's called an autoimmune response, which is a response where it attacks the cells in the pancreas, which is an organ which makes insulin, and it attacks those cells and prevents them from being able to make the insulin by killing them off, basically. Type 2 diabetes is a disorder where there is the body can't respond to the insulin that it makes. So the pancreas is churning out a lot of insulin, but the body can't use it appropriately, and so it becomes a situation where the body is insulin resistant.
What are the warning signs of diabetes in children?
Some of the warning signs could be that they would be drinking more, having excessive urination, and perhaps losing weight. Eventually, if those warning signs are overlooked, children can develop nausea and vomiting and eventually become very lethargic, where they don't respond well. With type 2 diabetes, the insulin-resistant form of diabetes, the signs can be a lot more subtle, and often children go undiagnosed for years and years with that condition unless somebody specifically tests for it.
What impact does obesity have on type 2 diabetes?
The increased incidence of type 2 diabetes is directly linked to the increased incidence of obesity. And obesity is going up for a whole host of reasons in our society, and especially in our children. Some of this has to do with decreases in levels of activity. There are fewer schools that require physical education classes, fewer opportunities for kids to exercise due to concerns about safety. There's also more fast food out there. Many of the meals that children eat are fast food meals. Everything's supersized so that the portion sizes are increasing dramatically.
Can people live with diabetes?
Diabetes is certainly something people can live with. It requires a lot of attention, both to diet and to the blood sugars and treatments when the blood sugars are too high or too low. But a lot of recent technology has made living with diabetes much easier for people. This includes things like insulin pumps and new kinds of insulin and new kinds of meters which allow you to check your blood sugar.
If you have a health question, please visit www.clarion.org and click on the Ask an Expert feature.
For more information on this or other health topics, visit clarion.org or call 1-800-265-3220.